I didn't know about the pill wheels of how they just over-medicate our children with poisons. Only thing I knew that the poisons were so effective that my daughter slowly turned into a zombie. Every hospital visit that we went to and every training that, testing that she had, no one could tell me exactly what was wrong with my daughter except that she had epilepsy, and then it came with another pharmaceutical drug. So Zoe is now 11 years old. Within 11 years, my daughter has consumed 17 different pharmaceutical medications. 4 years ago, Zoe's seizures once again were uncontrollable, and I took her to Children's Hospital. And the doctors told me that there was no other help for my daughter. Only thing that they would suggest is exploratory brain surgery. I asked them, with this exploratory brain surgery, would this help my daughter? Would it stop the seizures? Would it tell us what was wrong? Their response was, no, we just want to take a look around and see what's going on. At that time, that's when I woke up. That's when I knew enough was enough. That's when I was like, you're not going to guinea pig my beautiful daughter. She may have epilepsy, but she is not your fucking science project. From then, I took her home. It was Christmas Eve. Every time she gets sick, we always are in the hospital around Christmas time. She had no medicine. Her discharge paper said the child was discharged with a huge, the child was discharged overloaded in Keppra and diazepam. Why would Children's Hospital send my daughter home with an overloaded dosage of Keppra and diazepam? But they did, and the side effects were horrible. My daughter got home, looked in the mirror, didn't like what she saw, and was trying to snatch her eyes out of her head. That's 6.5 years old. I decided to take charge of my daughter's life. Charlotte Swebb was on TV Christmas Eve, well actually, motherfucking 2 Chainz.
Hey, expensive.
On New Year's Eve. And 2 Chainz was going back and forth with Nancy Grace about, Nancy, that's just one incident with that little boy at 2 years old smoking that joint. It's quite obvious there's something going on in the household. But Nancy Grace took that one isolated incident and smeared it and smeared it and smeared it. And what I loved about 2 Chainz, it was that he was so educated and so smart and was able to challenge Nancy Grace's ass. Which inspired me to do research on CBD. So it took me 3 months to study CBD before I decided to even try it. This was 4 years ago. And I smoke, so how can we help my child? After I broke the internal stigma within myself, I jumped on a flight and went to Colorado. At that time, it was gray areas. I didn't give a fuck. As long as I made it back to the CBD, that's all that mattered. I made it back home. Zoe has this thing called onset seizures. So in the morning when she wakes up, she has seizures. As soon as I started administering that CBD after the 3rd day, those onset seizures were fading away. Within like 2 weeks, those seizures, those 60 seizures or 50 seizures were decreasing and decreasing. And by 3 months, my daughter was 50% seizure free, just off the CBD. I didn't stop there. I kept going. And then by 9 months, my daughter was like 75% seizure free. So I couldn't keep that to myself. I don't have money because my daughter was always sick. Every job I got, I only had a job for like 3 months and then had to take off for 2 weeks because who else is going to watch your child when they have seizures? I had $2,000 in my savings. I had some dope-ass advocates here in Washington, D.C. that supported my cause. And we did a 7-state road trip. And we went to all 7 states and spoke to politicians about access, about Zoe's story, about all of those things. I'm going to leave it right here and I'll tell you the rest later. But I'm just really happy to say that on this week, Zoe and I have made history. I'll tell you the rest later.
product development with my first creation of hemp butter. So I started working with CBD about 6 years ago, and during that time there wasn't a lot of people that knew enough about it, so that started my journey through advocacy to start to inform people and let them know about a lot of the differences between CBD and other cannabinoids. From there, I've been able to dabble in retail, restaurant, travel, and today I'm working with textiles. So with this journey, it kind of has allowed me to learn every aspect of hemp and cannabis.
Thank you all for staying so much. Thank you. So my name is Tanjanika. People call me Tanji. I am the CEO of Jane Green, and I'm the chairwoman of the board for the Georgia Cannabis Coalition. And so what we do is we offer opportunities and provide insight in wellness, compliance, and profitability in the legal cannabis space. And a little bit about me is that I am a Marine Corps veteran. I did 2 tours in Iraq, and when I came home different than I left. And so I suffer from PTSD. I was given a plethora of opioids, including the ones that they gave her daughter, which is crazy to me. And so I suffer from PTSD, chronic pain, anxiety, stress, etc. And so cannabis has been the only thing that's been able to save my life, honestly. And so I have been in the industry a little bit over 6 years now, and I'm bi-coastal between Georgia and LA. I'm part owner of delivery service, licensed delivery service out there in the state of California. And we all black home. So I look forward to telling you guys more.
All right, so thank you, ladies. Very happy to have you here. Let's just kind of start with the basics. A lot of people know that cannabis can be good for you, or CBD can be good for you, but why? What is the endocannabinoid system? How does cannabis affect
it? We all know the answer.
About receptors, what? We gonna talk
Okay,
about
I'm
the
just
system.
gonna start off with the sentence. For those who don't know about the endocannabinoid system, just like you have your central nervous system, you have your muscular system, you have your skeletal system, your body is hardwired endocannabinoid system, and every organ is made to receive cannabinoids.
So we have receptors.
One and
So we
two.
have receptors throughout our body, CB1, CB2 receptors, and primarily you see CBD connecting through to the receptors throughout the body, and THC is more known to connect with the receptors in the brain, and so that's where you get the effect, the psychoactive effect.
CBD also is hemp, which is the strongest part of CBD that I like for my daughter to consume. It has so many beneficial things in our bodies. Actually, are like when they're low on something, it's showing you that the endocannabinoid system is low, and then from there you can go within and figure it out. And that's what I do every day, often figuring it out, recognizing that it's low, and tweaking it to balance my baby off.
So there are different types of cannabinoids that bind to these receptors. So within our bodies, we start with breastfeeding. We have endocannabinoids in our mother's breast milk. We have phytocannabinoids that are in cannabis, and then you have synthetic cannabinoids.
And so the natural cannabinoids that you create in your body, anandamide and 2-AG, mimic THC and CBD that's in the plant. And so when they connect to the receptors that are in your body, it's a lock and key system that unlocks these physiological responses, which is why your stress goes away, which is why your insomnia goes away, which is why you're able to eat better, you're able to, get rid of stress, etc. Things happen to you because that lock and key system is working to balance out anything that's going wrong in your body. So a lot of us are suffering from an endocannabinoid deficiency.
Easy. I recorded it.
Can we talk about some common conditions that, cannabis can be used as a treatment?
Oh, we're gonna go down again.
Yeah.
I'm gonna start off with insomnia. Shout out to putting you to sleep. All right.
And I'm gonna just talk for a little bit about one of the number one diagnoses we see in our certifying center, which is post-traumatic stress disorder. And although I do see several people who have served their country, like Ms. Candy over here, but a lot of the individuals that we're diagnosing with PTSD are individuals from inner cities who suffer with trauma. And it's so funny because people come into the clinic and they're like, so what I gotta say to get caught?
Right. I said what I gotta say.
And I'm like, Amy, say
Be
the
honest.
truth.
Right. Yeah.
And so we administer what's called the PCL-5, which is a nationally recognized assessment screening tool for PTSD. And individuals will answer the questions. There are questions about things you've been through, what's the worst thing you've been through, and what are the symptoms that you have. And so I have individuals who thought they were coming in to game the system in tears by the end of the assessment because they're realizing, yes, I have witnessed violence. Yes, I have, suffered from domestic abuse. Yes, I have seen someone murdered, been robbed, had been to prison. Prison is the number one trauma. That's inhumane suffering and treatment. And so, by the end, they're realizing I truly do have trauma. And so we're able to now identify that trauma, give them a tool, which cannabis is a tool to manage symptoms, but it does not heal
Replace
trauma.
and correct.
But I believe in addition to the healing nature of cannabis for trauma, we need to now refer people to therapy, to follow it up with being able to get with other people who have suffered those same kind of trauma to begin to heal from trauma. So that's one way we use cannabis.
To piggyback off this, it's very true, but for me, it would most definitely be epilepsy is what I use cannabis for. CBD worked really well for my daughter for 2 years, exceptional. She was thriving, she was waking up, life was good, and I was really excited about that. But then, she started growing, and as her body grew, and I never knew that. No one told me, oh, this whole little therapy treatment that you have, eventually you're gonna have to change, boy. So I had to change. So it's been 4 levels of changing that I've been in to manage her and balance her. And the last change now, that's the most challenging, that I am not ashamed to share in this room, is that my child is now entering puberty. She is in her 3rd month of menses. And the doctor wanted to give me a shot for my daughter when they saw that her pituitary gland was enlarging, and saying that by giving her that shot, it would stop her body from growing. It would stop the menses, from flowing, and it would stop the breast from forming, and that would make her not seize, right? So I'm saying to you, why would I take my child's given right to grow like any other of her peers? Why would my child want to be a little kid, trapped in a little kid's body in a grown woman? I fought that. So right now I'm really challenged with trying to find balance for her because of this. This is just our 3rd month, so it is kind of hard. And then I also am recognizing that because of all those 65 seizures and all that things that I saw my daughter experience, I am bold enough to say that I took all that trauma and buried it really, really deep in my soul, because every day I had to wake up to take care of my daughter. Every day I had to wake up and be strong for her. But you know what? I'm a PTSD patient too. I haven't treated myself for it, but I diagnosed myself for it. I do smoke, so I guess I am treating myself. But yeah, and I have no cut cards or nothing to hide from this. It's just real life, and cannabis is a healer for my child, and I have no problem